Join us on our Lenten Journey Reflections, Daily Grace.
Many people feel drawn to God in times of suffering. It's an often misunderstood and misinterpreted statement. Skeptical minds may attribute this to desperation. The person has nowhere else to turn but God. God is seen as a crutch for the foolish, perhaps a refuge for the superstitious. We don't turn to God in suffering because we suddenly become irrational. It is quite the opposite. God is with us. God is always hanging around, waiting on us. The barriers we erect to keep God out, whether through pride, fear, or lack of interest, are set aside. We are not less rational. We are more open. In discussing pain and death and grief with a friend and priest, he told me that those who are approaching death are more gentle, more forgiving, and more emotional. I found these words both consoling and confusing. Then he said something that I'd never heard, but understood. Yes, he said, dying is about becoming more human. More human. Becoming more human means recognizing your inborn connection to God. All of us are connected to God, whether we ignore, deny, or reject it in our lives. When our defenses are lowered, God is able to meet us. Whatever barriers have been installed that had kept God at a distance no longer exist. This is not desperation. You become more human because we become more loving. Drawing closer to God transforms us, transcends us in a way, simply because we are keeping more company or spending more time with someone we love. The more we become like the object of our love, God. What a paradox. The more human we become, the more divine we become. God has no intention or joy or desire for us to suffer. But when our defenses fall, our ultimate connection is revealed. God is always hanging around, waiting for you.
You are listening to Daily Grace. Join us daily at 7:30 a.m, 12 noon and 7:30 p.m. on Radio Tomorrow.